Hello and welcome to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We lost our last run and now we're randoming as Eve. So let's go. Curse of the Maze. Pretty sure that means I get teleported to somewhere randomly. And before I forget, the seed is ZPLWEBDL. So let's just get going. What do we have here? A coin. Oh, there's the boss room. Found it nice and quickly. Still looking for the item room. So let's try to have a normal conversation. And by normal conversation, I mean I'm going to talk to myself. And I'm going to be weird about it because that's what you do. You just sit in a room alone and talk to yourself. So, let's pick a topic. It's actually really weird. As someone who's not really outgoing, I struggle to keep a conversation going with someone when I'm talking to someone. So, how on earth am I supposed to keep a conversation going when I'm talking to myself? Shard of glass. I think it's pretty good, but I've never really used it before. Anyway, nothing much, nothing interesting so far, and hopefully something interesting happens. Have something to talk about. Talk about glass shards if you want. So, I come from a place where I don't want to be mean, but not the best background. Not the best. Not the. Lots of. How do I describe this? Let's just. The best way to describe it is I come from a place with lots of schemes. Lots of housing schemes. Lots of misbehaved children. Lots of. Things like that. So it's actually quite common for me to find shards of glass everywhere. So say I'm walking down the street, it's quite likely that, especially on a Friday or later on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday, it's really likely for me to just find a glass bottle broken up. I play rugby, and up by the rugby pitches, quite often there are broken glass bottles all over the place. So, not the safest thing, but here's a story from a while ago. From, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So, at school, you can go out for your lunch. You didn't need to go to the school cafeteria. You could go down the town. And I normally went down the town, but sometimes I went all the way to the next town, so a trek away. So walking the full time, sprinting, running sometimes, and you'd only just make it there and back. And we'd go there because the food's nicer there, and you can get a rolling sausage or something, and it's quite nice. But on the way back from there one day, one of my mates, well, not really my mate, one of my friends came with us that day, and he bought a glass check. Glass check, for all you illiterates, is just a glass bottle basically. So a litre glass bottle of Iron Brew is called a glass check. So he had that with him, and he was minding his own business. He was drinking it, and one of my other friends, this beefy farmer type guy, he decided he would, he asked for a tan of it. That's a drink of it. So he had a drink of it, and I didn't realise I get teleported here. But anyway, lost my deal with the devil. Anyway, so he asked for a drink of it, and what then happened is that the first guy whose bottle it actually was started screaming about how there's backwash in it, and that is so you're drinking something, but instead of like if you're drinking somebody else's drink, this is like the worst thing you can do. But it's like grogging back into the bottle after you finish taking the sip, and I'm 100% sure that never happened. He was just making it up, but because of that, he threw this three quarters full glass bottle onto the road. It was like not a busy road. We were walking on the road, so it wasn't a busy road. There were no cars at the time, but we were all really annoyed. So anyway, this guy just chucked this litre glass bottle onto the road, and from where he's from, that's fine. That's what you do. But I don't want to say this, but me and my other friends were classier than that, if you can say that. So me and the others were like quite annoyed that he did this, and he was just sitting there laughing to himself, thinking it's the funniest thing in the world. So basically, for fun, we kids in my area like to smash glass bottles. That's about all there is to it. I really want that tinted drop, but I can't get to it, so let's just keep going. I really need to get into my item room as well, so I'm going to go check this up here. And no, I thought the secret room would be there. Don't know why I lost range from getting hit. It's weird, but key, no keys. One last chance to find a key. I've got one bomb. I need to find the secret room. Let's go find the secret room. Actually, where is the secret room? If I'd saved my bombs, I might have been able to get into mine. No, the secret room's not even there. I guess I don't want an item on this floor anyway. Let's just head down to the next floor. Flooded caves. See, realistically, if this floor is flooded, then every floor beneath it must be flooded because water goes down. No, deal with the devil again. But what can you do? Not the biggest deal. Still no key. And still no key. And still no key. This looks like the way to the boss room. And these guys are quite annoying because they're immune so much and they body block for each other. So where was I going? There's my key. I'm going to go check the item room now, and then I'm going to hope I'm lucky enough to get a boss. Tech 2 is a weird one. Lowers your damage but gives you this mad laser. And you still shoot tears. Oh, guess I'm taking both of these, and I'm going to be so stacked. And time to fight the boss. Still no keys, and it's boss time. Being a bit of an idiot there. Let's just keep fighting him. Not much to talk about. No funny story about sin robes, unfortunately. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not really into cult stuff. I mean, all the more power to you if you are, but just no for me. Caves too, this should really be flooded, but am I caring that much? No. Let's just try and avoid all these guys, which can be quite annoying if they all charge at the same time. Quite a slow shot speed. Quite a slow shot speed. The laser does give me infinite range, so I can stand well back. Yep. No item room there, I'm guessing. So let's keep going. Where else have I to go? And Not having a map is really annoying. Like, I hate curses. Like, ruin the game. They ruin the game. So do bad items, and so does dying. See if they just removed, like, see if they gave you the ability, like, see if they removed dying from the game. I think it'd be a much better game. And let's keep going. What else is there? This is a weird floor. It's even harder because I don't have the map. And let's keep going. Still looking for the item room. Found the shop. Pretty sure I know where the boss is. But still no item room. Cursed room. Hopefully the item room is somewhere here. Double key room. That's a question. Do I enter the double key room or not? Yes, especially a golden key, 100% going to enter this room. So much money, so many keys. Looks like my luck is beginning to turn around. Just need to find the right way back. Shop is over here. And down and over here. Nothing. Ah yeah, why not? More options, enjoy more options. Yeah, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go look for the item room. Don't know if I've missed it or not. What's over here? I thought I'd been here, but I guess not. The item room might be up then. Yeah, the item room's up the way. I thought the boss room was up the way, but it turns out the item room is up the way. Let's go find the item room. So glad I've got such high speed, because if I had slow speed this would be such an annoying room. Oh, I get hit. And again. Not much you can do in this room. It's really annoying and really just gets you. And a 2 of clubs. Let's use it. Peeper. It's alright. I would not. I'd prefer a lot of other items, but what else can you do? Let's head down. Just losing my bearings a wee bit. Get no clue where I am or where I'm going because no map. But regardless, let's keep going. Here, I could just stand in the corner and Peeper could kill it for me, but that would take ages. Ain't nobody get time for that. This big, massive blob of just mess. What did I pick up here? I'm going to check what's in here first. Nothing. Oh, dead cat and Guppy's tail. Looks like I'm almost Guppy. And Pageant Boy. And down we go. Making decent time. Quite good time actually, if I'd say so myself. And purposely getting hit to just speed up that room. And let's keep going. I wish I could say this is purposely. Nod Leaf has a couple of other items it synergizes with that breaks the game, but oh, Black Candle has appeared. Now, I love the Black Candle. What Black Candle does is it removes curses, so you're not going to get Curse of the Blind or Curse of the Unknown or any of those anymore. So they're actually great. It's actually great. Yeah, I'm opening both of these. I'm not picking up Bob's brain. I'll end up killing myself with it. I've got good enough damage that I don't need to rely on Bob's brain. See, if you get really low damage, then sometimes you might consider picking up Bob's brain, but most of the time it's probably just best to leave it. This is where Tech 2 comes in with its piercing shots. It just kills them. Get a bomb. Let's keep going. What's down here? Almost get hit. And dead end. Found every last dead end. These guys are quite annoying with the amount of creep they leave about. They can trap you with it, but as long as you're careful, not too difficult. Nod leaf. Anyone out there eating a leaf? Do you eat leaves? And by leaf I don't mean have you ever eaten a vegetable. I mean, have you gone and picked a leaf off a tree and tried it and tasted it? Man, this takes me back a while ago, like a long while ago. I had this friend who, it was quite weird actually, to be honest with you. So, came from, so he was a year below me, but we lived close together, so I was at his house a lot. And he came from quite an upper, he's not posh, but compared to most other people near where I live, he was posh. So like, he was a member to a private club quite a while away, quite a posh private club, and he was an only child. He was spoiled rotten, get everything he wanted all the time. He left because he didn't want to go to the basic secondary school that I went to. He left and moved away to go to a private Catholic school. So he definitely get fed. He was definitely well fed, and he was definitely well taken care of. But there was this thing about him. So I would hang around with him sometimes, like quite a lot actually, because he lived like, we were basically neighbours. So what would happen is that I would if he's sitting there waiting for you or he's hungry or something, he would just start eating grass. So he's sitting in the middle of a field and just start eating the grass and like gnawing down on it and eating it in handfuls and just thinking it's the greatest thing he's ever had. I don't know, he was pretty weird, he's a weird one, but besides that, he was actually sound and nice enough guy, and that's the only thing about it. That's the only criticism I have. He ate grass. And teach his own. I don't know why I'm judging, but I wonder, I never tried it. Field, dogs on it a lot of the time, so probably not the best grass to eat, but I mean, he enjoyed it. Questioned him about it, he tried to offer us some, and we were like, no, obviously, but he wants to eat grass, let him eat grass. What else is there? Bats. I was at my grand's recently, and they've got this. They live in England. They've got this massive, grandiose house, and top floor. All I could hear all night was this squeaking, and there's my mum freaking out, thinking it's bats or something. But just making a noise over and over again, being quite annoying and all this. But surprisingly, I had no idea. But all night, this sound wasn't actually bats. It was owls. It was this baby owl trying to learn how to speak and just trying to say different things, trying to learn how to speak. So it's actually sounded like a bat, because the owl can't actually speak. It doesn't know how to make the proper sounds that an owl makes yet. So it's just like squeaking, basically. So not even baby bats, but it makes sense actually. See, if you think about it, why on earth would owls be able to speak the moment like they're born? They wouldn't. It makes tons of sense actually. That owls would like talk to their babies and try and get them to speak and learn whatever form of language that they use. Now, language is a tricky one. Like, languages are so different all around the world. And by so different, I mean a lot of language comes from the same place, but the languages that don't come from the same place are so different. I saw this thing recently. So I'm not the biggest guy into certain stuff, but what I did see was basically, how do I put this? Some languages don't actually have as many colours. That was stupid. But some languages don't actually have as many colours in their language that is English, or like whatever language you speak. There's like some languages that only have 2 or 3 colours. And does that mean that they can't actually see the colours that they haven't named? No. It just means they don't have a name for them. Which is quite weird. But anyway, I'm just gonna die here and then pick up the soul hearts. Anyway, they don't have names for some of the colours. So their colour range, so we call, because colour is a spectrum, we call red anything from one shade to another shade. But if they don't have a colour, if they don't have a name for purple, they're going to call half of purple red and the other half blue, and the range of which they call red, or whatever the colour they've picked out is going to be a lot wider, and it's going to cover a lot more colours. So they're still going to have colours, like colour names similar to us, but they're not going to be the exact same colour, so that they'll see purple and call it red or blue because they don't actually have a name for purple. So basically they're the same colour. So like, and then other languages actually have more colours. So see here, we've got a red and we've got a dark red. You would say both these colours are red, wouldn't you? The red of the floor and the red of this pit here, both are red. But if you had a name for that kind of colour and a name for this type of red, then obviously you're going to call both colour. Obviously going to call them by their name. So you're actually going to have more like different colour names for the same colour, which is weird. Don't know if I'm explaining that well enough, but I know what I'm saying in my head. So let's just keep going. This has been the weirdest episode so far, I think. Double bosses. I'm sorry I haven't had much to talk about. Nothing exciting's really happened. I picked up Mum's knife. Lots of people love Mum's knife. I prefer it when I don't die, but Mum's knife is kind of a carry item because it just does so much. Do I need speed? I don't need speed. Let's take fork. Pretty sure this is lifesteal or something, but don't quote me on that. Oh, that was so lucky. And what else is here? Anyway, some people don't actually like picking up Mum's knife because they just find it too easy, but I mean, I've lost the last couple of runs. I deserve this, don't I? I think I deserve to do what I want. Nobody's in charge of me. Let's keep going. What's along here? This feels like the wrong way. And this is getting a bit. It's getting worse and worse as it goes on. I need to just stop taking damage and dying. This is getting worse and worse as it goes on. Have I said that already? No, last life. Last life. Not so good. Tinted rocks here. Crawl space here. Come on, give me something. Just destroy every rock. Tons of bombs. I'm allowed to do that. No. Oh, that's annoying. Thanks for watching.